Welcome to the 11th segment of Cobes Corner. I'm Kobe Blackmon, joined by my co-host Caleb Flores. And Caleb, we got a special one. We're going to be looking at some college football brackets, predictions. And Caleb, I'll let you start.
Thanks, Kobe. For my first four, I have number 1, Ohio State, number 2, Texas, number 3, Miami, and number 4, Colorado. On the left side, I have number 8, Notre Dame, and number 9, Ole Miss, number 5, Oregon, and number 12, Boise State. All the way on the right, I have number 7, Indiana versus number 10, Alabama, and number 6, Penn State versus number 11, Georgia. Let's get down to the semifinals where things get interesting, the absolute best games of the year. On the left side, I have number 1, Ohio State versus number 5, Oregon. This is potentially a third matchup of the season, which is kind of crazy to think about. I think this is a Ryan Day legacy game, and Will Howard will flash in the big moment. Give me Ohio State. On the right side, I have number 3, Miami versus number 10, Alabama. Give me Alabama. Bama's going to exploit that defense of Miami. And for the biggest game of the year, down in Georgia, the national championship, number 1, Ohio State versus number 10, Alabama. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes. This is a rematch of the 2020 national championship game, an absolute revenge game, and I think Caleb Downs is going to have a homecoming. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes in the national championship.
Yeah. Alabama making it to the chip without Nick Saban should be an interesting matchup. But as we take a look at mine, Notre Dame versus Alabama, I like Notre Dame there, and Ohio State versus Boise State, I like the upset. Give me Boise State, GT having a Heisman type of year. So as we keep moving on that left side, let's go Boise State versus Colorado. I like Boise State again, and Notre Dame versus Oregon. I like Oregon, but Oregon versus Boise State, I like the Ducks once again. And on the right side, Georgia versus Penn State. Give me Penn State. SMU versus Indiana. I'm rolling with Indiana here. Indiana versus Texas. I like Indiana once again. I think they're making it all the way to the chip for the first time. And Oregon versus Indiana. I like the Ducks 38-35. Dylan Gabriel has had a great season. I think Indiana will give a good fight, but ultimately the Ducks would win us all. That's going to wrap it up for this segment of Cobes Corner. Have a good weekend, Macomb.